Time to build Oddbod. Yes, it is time to put the scooter back together again, which I'm excited about. I've got the engine sat there at the moment, the frame and loop still in the spray booth, and a pile of parts there. But I'm going to take this opportunity before putting the engine back in the frame to spray the exhaust. I've got some high temperature satin black paint to do the exhaust with, and also the engine tinware, which is already red, but it's pretty battered. So I've got, again, some high temperature paint to spray those bits with. So that is my first job. I'm going to whip those off and spray them so they can dry overnight. Let's get on with it. Well, they came off hassle-free. So let's give them a clean up, scuff up, and another degrease, ready for some paint.
Tree. He's dancing, singing with all the pretty girls. Yeah, a stranger lost in a foreign town. But he's brought alive with his sense of band.
Okay, the engine cowl and flywheel cover came out quite nice. Nice red colour there. The exhaust is much more matte black than I thought it would be. It is heat paint, obviously meant for that. So I've taken the opportunity while the scooter's apart to clean up the engine. I used various different brake cleaners, engine degreasers. Yeah, it's come up pretty good. Definitely much nicer to work on. Got the engine cowl to go back on, the flywheel cover. Fixings here, bolts, so yeah, let's crack on and get that back on the engine. Okay, it's time to get the forks back in the frame. I've cleaned up the bearing races. I've got my special tools for the top nuts. Gonna grease up the bearings first, obviously, and slam it back together. Right, let's do it. So, just managed to put the frame back onto the engine as well. Got the bolt through there just temporarily. Actually ended up pulling the hub right off, so I can have a quick look at the brakes, make sure they're all okay. Next job is to get the suspension unit on. Fits there. Got some new nuts and washers. Okay, it's time to get the wheels back on the scoot. I've gone for some Scootopia inner tubes, used these before, got the correct valve angle, they work well. Got a bit of white wall tyre action, so I've gone for these Continentals. And in the end I went for BGM rims, which I've sprayed red. Looking pretty dapper. Okay, the wheels are done. Dun, dun, dun. Looking pretty sharp. I think I'm going to install the rear brake pedal and cable, brake switch, etc. There's the brake switch. It's already got its own bracket. Brake pedal, which I've given a coat of paint. I'm going to go on there. Got the spring, got the cable clamp, circlip, etc. Got this little gaiter for where the cable sticks out the end of the outer cable, and I've got this, I can't remember where I got this from now, but I've got this rear brake cable which has got a sort of an end which is already fitted to it. so that avoids the clamp at the other end, if you like, and it's sort of still fully adjustable. So yeah, let's get all that in place. Be one job to tick off the list. Here we go.
Gotta earn it. Nothing in life is for free.
So that's the brake pedal assembly all fitted. Might need a bit of tweaking, but it seems to be working at the moment. Another quick job to tick off will be the side stand. Just one bolt and a spring. Let's get that fitted on now. I've been putting this job off a bit because it's a bit of a nightmare, but I'm going to try and get this exhaust back on without scratching it too much. I've got these couple of rubber mounts that bolt to the bracket. I have sort of had this on and off a couple of times, and yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, yeah, let's try and get this back on. Been looking forward to this bit. Going to fit the handlebars, starting with the bracket there, which is going to go on there. Handlebars, of course, which are going to bolt there, and the controls from the other set of handlebars all to go on. Cracking on with the build, let's get these footboards on. I've painted them, so I've got satin black on the underside, patina finish which I've lacquered on the outside. Gonna go there, held in place with these machine screws which are flush, so the rubber mats will sit back on top. Time to give her face back. Let's bolt on the headlight and horn. Moving to the rear end, let's get the mudguard on. Again, giving it a coat of black paint. So the mudguard is mounted and also bolted down the fuel tank there. So I think I want to bolt the loop stay in place because that'll just let me know how much room I've got to bolt on the electrics there. So this looks like a good place to attach the electric box. It's out of the way and the loop stay clears it fine. And it's time to try out a new tool. I've got this rivet nut tool thing. So I'm going to drill a couple of holes and then you insert these riv nuts and then I can just put a bolt without having to try and reach in behind into the frame to put a nut on the other end. And there's the riv nuts fitted. Just Took the opportunity to fit the fuel line. I'm going to put this filter in there. Used a clear fuel line so you can actually see when the fuel's getting there. I've gone pretty much as far as I want to go now with putting different parts on the exhaust and different engine parts, etc. With the loop off, it's allowed me good access. But now I think I want to put the loop on before I install the final cables and all the rest of it. So yeah, that is the next job. This bad boy. And now for something completely different. What year is that scoop?
1969.
And what year is yours?
1985.
1947.
Cool.
I'm joking.
I'm liking the red and black theme. Very nice. What engine you got in that?
Edo 225 Scott. 135 breathe speed Vega.
It's a Lambretta Jet 290
Stage 4200.
Stage 4200.
Yeah.
Beautiful colours we got here. You guys all from the same place?
Portland, just up the road.
Okay, nice.
.967 Jet 200, running a Honda 205 kit.
That one I recognise.
1969.
This is 69 GP.
That's not a very good advert for Lambretta, pushing it in.
1968 Li 150 Special, best scooter ever made. This is a 1963 Series 2 Spanish Eyeball.
1967 SX 150.
1962 British Li. Been to France 7 times.
On a trial then, say something.
Hello.
Do you want to say something about it?
Not really.
Age? what year
My
is it?
age?
Yeah. 21.
1960.
Very nice too.
1960 Li 125 with a RT 225 kit, EGM Clubman, all that sort of stuff.
Just till we get these taps.
Taps, yeah, took that too literally.
Yeah. Something going on here with this radiator. Do you want to tell us about?
It's TS1, but liquid cooled.
Yeah.
Done by Taft Speed.
Very good, gents. Where are you guys from?
Bristol GP 1969.
Nice. Cheers, guys. That's it for this episode of Cobweb Garage. I've bolted most of the big stuff back on the scooter, and the next job really is to connect up the cables, but of course they're all too short with these fancy handlebars. So I have measured, and I think they all need to be around 30 centimeters longer than the original. So I'm going to have to get those on order and then crack on, and hopefully a next episode will be out very soon. So don't forget to subscribe and like us on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.